Hey, this is Angela Moorad at OMazing Kids AAC Consulting. Well, I've seen several questions today pertaining to LAMP Words for Life and TouchChat with Word Power. So I thought I'd hop on here and make a quick video, and I'm going to be putting together a blog post to kind of have everything in one spot so it's easy to share. The 2.52.0 app update for all of the PRC-Saltillo apps. So LAMP Words for Life, TouchChat with Word Power, and Dialogue AAC. It totally changed how you find the languages, set voices, and create bilingual setup. And that's causing some confusion. So I wanted to do a quick video to show how you do this. So let's look at TouchChat first and say I wanted Spanish. I'm going, oh no, there's no Spanish file listed. How you find this, see up here in the top right corner, menu. So I'm on the vocab screen. I'm going to go to language and region, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign. And I'm going to add Spanish, United States, done. And what that does is populates all the pre-made Spanish vocab files. All right. So I'm going to go over now into one that I've already done some editing in to demo how the new way on how to create a bilingual setup. So first I identified this is Word Power 60 Basic, or in Spanish, Básico, under phrases or social. See right there where it has English. I'm second row down, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth from the right. I've added that button. All right, and I put it there because I have an identical spot that I can add the button, or identical or close enough, like really close spot. And titled it English, use the symbol for speak English, and go to vocabulary is the new button action. You don't need to be worried about doing profiles anymore, really, unless you're wanting to save specific settings, then you might use profiles. But to just create a way to toggle between vocab files, either for bilingual or multilingual use, or for various sizes of vocabulary, you don't have to worry about profiles anymore. So that's a good thing. Go to vocabulary is much simpler. Create a button in each of the vocab files with the go to vocabulary button action, and then you pick which specific vocab file it's heading to. All right. Then I'm going to tap English and social, and same spot, Spanish. All right. And then over in menu and settings, I have set English voice. I need to set my Spanish voice. All right, so right now you can see that I can see the Spanish voices. Watch what happens when I pick an a cappella voice. All right, and say I wanted to go in and try a different one, and I go in and go here. All right, I think I have to actually use it first. Done. Okay. I go in, switch to English.
I eat.
All right, and then I'm going to go over and I'm going to switch to Spanish. And
Galletas de pescadito. Y las galletas de pescadito.
okay, and it only uses the voice that's in the language that you're currently in. So it tried to speak the whole thing there in the Spanish voice. So it doesn't support true code switching. I've talked about that before. Let me go back over into the settings now and look at those voices again. Okay, see how now it looks like there's like, what the heck happened to all the a cappella voices and the Imagu voices? So here's the trick that you need to know. There's currently a limit of using 2 a cappella voices and 1 Imagu voice. And once you've used it, then you can't see them in the pick list anymore. They're invisible. I kept on deleting LAMP repeatedly when they first did the app update, thinking that something had glitched. What you have to do to get them to show back up, so I'm going to go back in here in Spanish. I'm going to pick an iOS voice, which is why I had that one set before. Done. Go back in and go back to Spanish. And see, there they are. I've already suggested to the company they need to come up with a different system because that's too confusing. Anyway, switch back to Valeria and done. Go back. So yeah, I created my toggle under the social area because that was a location where that button lived in the same spot and was open. So that's how I did it in in TouchChat. In LAMP, if you go, once you update to the 2.52.0 or 2.52.1, go to spell and numbers, and the very top right corner, right under menu, it says go to. If you tap there, it's going to walk you through with instructions on how to do this. So you could choose to use that button in the top right corner if that's where you wanted to create your language toggle, or you can put it wherever you want to. To be honest, I didn't discover that until later that was there. And I added it under talk Spanish because that gave me, I felt like an easy spot that we talk in different languages and an easy way to toggle. And let me go back. And then under color, I have, here's a different reason why you might want to toggle between vocab files. Here's how I toggle over to my high contrast file. And under typing on it, I had already taken that top right corner for my iOS keyboard to pop up. So I'd already kind of taken that spot. Same thing on the voices. You go over to settings. Let's see. Oh, I need to also show you same thing over on here. Okay, so right now you're just seeing English. So language and region, the plus sign, I'm going to add the Spanish. I'm going to add the French Canadian, done. And then that makes it where you can find your vocab files to make a copy of. All right, let me go over to my files. Menu, settings, voice, so say maybe I wanted to pick Valeria for English. That's a voice that they happen to have an English version and a Spanish version. So there's Valeria. And then for Spanish, I'm going to choose Valeria. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Done. I'm going to go back in here. And so see now, there are no a cappella voices showing for French because I've already used up the 2 a cappella voices. There's not any French Almagu voices because I've already used one of those. I'm not sure which one I've already used. Anyway, the same thing happens where you can't see them in the pick list. So if I want to be able to choose something different, I need to do the same thing. Pick an iOS voice. Go back in, settings, and then it'll magically make them reappear in the list. So now, see? Now I can see the a cappella French voices. So same thing here. I sure hope the company comes up with maybe dimming them out instead or having a pop-up. They need to let people know because if they're not visible, it just looks like something's wrong. And I lost count of how many times I deleted this app until I finally watched their whole announcement video and read, more importantly, read the write-up, the written information. I'm like, oh, there's a limit. Anyway, so in here again, where let me go back over to my regular one. Under talk is where I put it for the toggle, but if you wanted to use the go to vocabulary button on the ABC 123 keyboard page, they have a spot designated for that. Hope this helps. Oh, and on Dialog AAC, it has basically the same architecture, and if you run into any issues in it, you would use these same kind of strategies regarding the voices and how to link. I'll just show you really quick so you can see. Dialog. Here's my Spanish toggle on it. Spanish and English. And same thing on all three of them, it's the go to vocabulary button action. Hope this helps.